Happy Teacher's Day to all of you. This Teacher's Day, meet the best teacher. So, we are a group of buddy engineers. I am Ritik.
I'm Jatin.
I'm Pratna.
So, before moving forward, let's take a quick poll. And the poll is displaying on your screen so you can submit your responses.
Now let's share the results. Okay, as you can see, all of you are admitting that making projects is the best way of learning. Actually, it is actually true. When we experience things, we have sometimes have frustration in it. We sometimes don't know what we are doing, but when we are taking experiences, we are earning the best experiences of life. Just remember your past. You will remember what are your best experiences in your life. If I remember my school days, I don't remember what was my syllabus, but I remember what was my interactions with my teachers and fellow mates. This can be verified by a quote by Oscar Wilde that experience is the hardest kind of teachers. It gives you test first and lesson afterwards, and the lessons you earn from this will stay with you for a longer period of time. But I think we all know about this, but then why we unable to do it? The major reason behind is effort. There is a change of routine you have to do, because there is a usual routine. You have to step out of your comfort zone, so you have to take that effort to step out of your comfort zone and start doing things. Secondly, there's a thing about underestimating this experience. These seeds of experience, when you sow, can give you a lot of benefits, but when you see other people getting benefits from small things, you normally get affected and think that you are not doing the right things. But the thing is that when you experience, you get the best benefits. Thirdly, there's a fear. There is always a fear of failure. We always think about what if we fail, but we don't think about what if we succeed. If we remember India's mission of Mars, there were chances of failure of above 99%, but they have a faith in mind that they can succeed. And the interesting part is we never fail. Even failure is an opportunity to learn. So we never fail, we just learn the things. And I think another thing which shocks us after thinking that yeah, this is right, this is wrong, is that procrastinate. We think that we will do it later on a later stage and postpone those things, and we find that we are always busy. But the reality is that there's a high chances that you are spending time in unnecessary things. And the moment you figure it out, you will see that you have time for your most valuable things. So never procrastinate. Do it right now. But how we able to do it? How we able to break that cycle and move forward? Now let us share our journey. Pratna will start sharing our journey.
So our journey started when we received a message through Ashish sir. And you remember, Jatin, what happened?
Yeah, I remembered. From the message, we can conclude that we have to develop a web application, but we don't know how to build it. We just know the approach to how to build it. But the thing made us curious was the sir said we will learn depending upon our investment. So that really made us curious. So we have some expectations that we will gain experience working with sir since he has 23 years of experience in the industry. We will also get certificate which we can add in resume. We will do something useful because in that lockdown we are just wasting our time. And lastly, we will do something different from our normal studies, because our normal study patterns were a bit of boring because we have to just read and just write. So we all wanted to do something different.
And hence, we thought it to give a chance, and that proves to be a Shakuni's dice, which open door of opportunities for us.
So what we need to develop? We need to develop an interface for a newly formed company Wings to Life, whose aim is to unlock someone's true potential. For that, they need to build an exercise where you have to select 6 qualities from around 358 qualities. But to that, in one go is really hectic job. So we divide it into stages. In first stage, you can select as many qualities you want, which is reduced to 24, and then 6. After that, we need to order those qualities according to the preference and finally show the result. So after 3 weeks of work, we were ready with the first release. Now Ritik will explain you the project.
So as you can see here, that the name and the meaning of the qualities is displayed on the left hand side. If you think that you have that quality or you connect with the qualities, you can simply click on this icon and the selected qualities is displaying on the right hand side. As you can see that if you think that you are not connect with the qualities, you can simply skip it by clicking on the next icon. If you think that you have skipped something, you can simply click on the previous icon and it was just skip it. And you can also remove the qualities that you have selected. You can simply select on it and it will just remove from the interface. After 24 qualities, you can click on the submit button. And in this, at this second level, you can select only 24 qualities, not more than that and not less than that. And after that, click on the submit button. At this stage, you have only 6 qualities that you can select, exactly 6 qualities. And after clicking on the submit button, you can reorder your topmost qualities. If you want to prefer accuracy to be the first quality of your, then you can simply drag and drop and just submit that. And here you can see that the final table is created. But this does not end here. This whole interface is mobile responsive. As you can see here, that the one thing more that the name and the qualities is coming from the REST APIs that is hosted on AWS, that is Amazon Web Service. So these are the comments given by our user.
We also received feedback on the product, and based upon that feedback, we worked on that feedback, and after a week later, we able to revamp our interface based on the requirements. You can see here how our new interface is looking. You can, the challenge behind previous interface was that in which one quality is displayed at a time. So they said that they want all the qualities to be displayed in one go. So you can see in this interface all the qualities is displayed at a time. You can select the quality by just clicking on it. It can be displayed by just clicking on this icon. You can see the meaning is displayed. You can simply select those qualities. If you want to deselect a quality, simply select it again and it will be deselected. Your count is also recorded at how much qualities you have selected. The rest of the interface is pretty much same, so we should move forward.
So now if I look back, earlier we just knew about HTML, CSS, a little about Bootstrap and Python. Now, after a couple of months, in August, we know about JavaScript, React, Google Apps Script, and REST API as well.
During this process, we realized that we developed our personalities as well. We learned so many soft skills, such as how to collaborate with our team, communication skill, discipline, and the most important thing is real world problem. That is, we have no idea when we have started our interface with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but gradually and slowly, we hands on it and we able to implement our ideas into our project. And we learned many soft skills such as commitment, resolving unknowns, and many more. So after creating our first interface, with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we thought that we are complete with this. But no, the search said that we will not stop here and we will integrate our interface with React.js.
So our thoughts were like, what is the need? It is of no use. React is really confusing. But that's when the importance of mentorship comes into play. So we patiently kept faith in him and persistently moved towards it.
So we have no idea about the React. We are completely confused, but we started working on that by gradually starting. And after that, when we are starting working on it, we are in a loop of research, progress, and stuck. We research something and progress it and again stuck it. So, but the most important thing here is that we were learning a lot in this process.
So after this whole struggle, we able to design our interface. And then after designing our interface, we decided to clean code it. The objective behind clean coding was that all the components are reusable, and by doing that as well, we can use this interface for many other things as well. So we structured our things that what we need to do. We have a structure of nav. What is the nav one need to do? What's the content it require? Pop up, final table submit, and we have complete structure based on what you need to do. And after doing complete structure, we developed this interface with React. It's looking similar, but now Wings to Life team decided they will use this interface for some other thing, that is beliefs. You can see now meaning is not displayed. Actually, meaning is configurable. Now, if Wings to Life team think they want meaning, they can add. If they think they don't want, they can remove. All the things you are displayed are configurable. The icon can change, the text can change. So we have able to do dynamic things so that this project can be used for multiple purposes, and the things we are building can be used later on as well. That's the idea behind it. So in this whole process, which was full of learning, we realized many things. First, we realized that we should not run away from errors. There was a point when our interface was working well, but it has some errors. At that point, Ashish sir said that you should solve these errors. But at that point, we were thinking, what is the need? If the interface is working well, why you don't want us to solve those errors? But again, we kept faith in him. And the moment we do solve those errors, we able to understand complexity of React. And we also realized that if we hadn't solved those errors at that time, these errors could have combined and form a larger error, which might not be able to solve later on. Secondly, we tried hit and trial method and was wasting our time. So in the while working with React, we realized that hit and trial methods will not work when you are working in some complex things. You need to have complete understanding about things. This process might seem slow, but it is faster than at least this hit and trial method, because in this method you will just going to waste your time. Then other thing was realized that we should keep searching. We should keep searching for things. You will not get things in one go. As for example, while working with drag and drop, we were not able to find that in one go. So we listed it, keep searching on it parallelly, and later on, after doing a lot of research, we able to find it. So that's where persistence comes into play as we keep searching the things. Then there's important thing about planning. We plan our things. We know what we need to build. We structured our things, how we are going to plan it, how we are moving forward, how we are going to solve the issues. This whole planning make us able to solve those errors without getting misguided. Because if you don't plan, there's a high chances that you can get misguided about what you need to do. Then the most importantly, faith. We always kept faith in Ashish sir. Even when we started working with React, as we shared you earlier, that we were confused. We don't know why we are doing this. But the faith we kept on Ashish sir, we realized that while working in React, it was a full of learning, interesting, because we are exploring in new areas daily. We are studying daily, finding daily, solving issues daily, and that's how we able to move forward. You should have faith in at least some people who you trust. Then there is a thing which will might stop you from moving forward. That is this excuse. You always have excuses, but the special thing is that you don't give excuse to others. you give excuse to yourself. We should always realize that you are bigger than your excuse. You are stronger than your excuse. And this is not based upon our imaginations or something that, because before this whole process, we are also in that cycle that we are excusing things. But in this process, we realize that excuses are just like uh, wasting your time and will stop you to move forward. You just need to accept that you are stronger than your strongest excuse, and always be stronger than your strongest excuse. Now, we are open to queries. If anyone has any doubt about whatever we displayed or want to know anything about us, you can simply contact us, say us here what we need to do, what can be better, or anything like that.
All right. So thank you, Jatin, Ritik, Pratna, and now I mean we are we're willing to hear from the people who are joined in. Thanks for everybody for joining in first of all, and some must have joined a bit later. And but yeah, so any comments, questions, queries, we would love to hear.
This is great, Ashish and team. I was wondering what was the kind of biggest challenge in this learning process which you guys faced and how you try to kind of overcome. I mean, when I'm talking about the challenge, it's not the challenge about the learning, like you basically learn things and of course you research and figure it out. But how about the kind of mental process about when I'm talking about the challenge, it's about the journal challenge, not the subject challenge.
Recently, we faced a challenge that our school college sessionals were there and we need to work. That was a challenge we need to overcome, because we should not give up our consistency. But at the same time, sessionals are also going on. So to overcome that challenge, sir again guided us that we shouldn't stop. You should just reduce the time. You can reduce the time at that moment, so that you should keep consistently working on that as well. But at the same time, you should be focusing on those sessionals as well, because that are also some important part of life. If you are doing BTech, you're supposed to do some sessional works or all those works, because that are also for you. So we able to tackle that by this process, because sir guided us that you shouldn't stop. You just minimize those effort at that moment whenever you are stuck.
Thank you. Sounds good.
So, first of all, that's a phenomenal effort, and kudos to all of you who have the resolve to learn new things. It's not easy when you are in mid of your sessionals and studies and everything, and all the life challenges combined with. But what I would like to know is what next? I mean, do you think this is over, or you can do further, or what is the next thing you would want to do here to kind of take it to the next level? Has the learning really stopped? You have mastered React, so maybe that's it, or you want to kind of explore new levels, new technologies, and really take it further?
I'll say we'll never stop because we have also not decided to do that. It's just in a process that we are delivering this presentation, where processes continuously keep going on in the parallelly. We will work on different projects. We will work on different dimensions, because the moment you stop growing, you will not be able to move forward. We always have that intent to do new technologies. If anyone has anything come up with that, oh, you have to work on this technology, if you haven't heard of it even, we can work on that. That's for how we progress, because there's not a stopping one, because it's interesting, it's not boring for us that we need to stop. This process is really interesting for us, and honestly saying, for me, it's a never ending process where you will always keep growing, working together, collaboratingly, helping each other as well, and hence moving forward as a team.
Absolutely. Good. One suggestion here is instead of picking up a fresh project and again getting back to a very grounded level to learn a new technology, see if you can ideate further. You can brainstorm and see what is the next level of functionality this particular application can give you. uh, uh, maybe just giving some ideas. It is helping you develop a personality trait kind of a thing, right? So maybe you can consider learning machine learning, some data science, and this might allow you to train some data. This might allow you to kind of do some NLP. This can allow you to kind of uh, take take a personality test from somebody and then kind of suggest for the recommendations, so recommendation engines and things like that. So you have made a beautiful start. Don't stop here. uh, Continue this journey and pick up new things as you evolve, because you have time on hand. You are still getting into third year. You may you still have some time, so don't drop the ball here. Instead, use this opportunity and the momentum you have gained to go to the next level.
Actually, I will say that interestingly, the next things you are going to do is actually data analysis. We are actually going to venture in that.
Great.
We are in the next project just thinking to add new areas like data science analysis, because we know how the importance of data.
Absolutely.
We have a complete structure of data that whatever we do on a particular day, we record our day each day, and we also have continuously try to use that data for our use. That's the interesting thing, because we always have, because we know that if we keep doing same things, we will not grow. We might think that we are progressing, but at the same we'll stop. I think that's where Sir Ashish Sir, because he has a really great experience in the industry, he always comes up with ideas like which we at the first we get confused why it is required. That even the React where we started, for us it was like why we are doing this, but Sir said we are going to develop it to React. And the moment we started working on this, we realized what's the importance, what's the reason behind all this stuff. That's why I think our mentorship, Sir's mentorships come into play, and that is really important and an important aspect. This teacher day, I really want to thank Ashish Sir, because I think without his guidance, we were not able to move as much as we are here. We will still be doing the small programs on a computer, doing just might be doing competitive coding at most, but not be able to venturing in these areas which we are doing right now. That's his guidance which has able us to do so.
Absolutely. Great, guys. Great.
Hi guys, this is Sandeep Jain.
Hi, Sandeep.
Hi, this is my first interaction with you. This is amazing to see the level of energy and the storytelling. You know, Ashish, no, I am actually interviewing final year grads tomorrow morning, and I did it last week as well. And I can tell you without any doubt that you will give them a very hard run for their money. There's absolutely, I mean, I'll wait for you to come out of college, and you know, if I'm lucky, you'll be with me. If I'm not, somebody else will be. But really good stuff. And the way you told your story, the way your tone of voice was, the modulation. I mean, these are simpler things, but I can almost bet for a large portion of this group itself, we will struggle to tell the story the way you did. So I'll be keen to know, what kind of practice you did, or it's just natural for you guys. That's one. Uh, Second, from my own experience, one of the fundamental problem I see in software development is communication. And I'll be keen to know that how three of you, and one can assume, see that you all are not same personality. Ritik, Pratna, and Jitin, you all looks different personality. So, Pratna, did you feel some communication problems when you were working on this project, and how did you overcome? Likewise for Ritik. It'll be nice to
Yeah,
hear their
I
views.
did. I did. Uh, I did had communication problems. I practiced a lot, so that's how I overcame it.
How about making sure that your point of view is heard within your small group of team? I mean,
Okay.
communicate. I didn't mean communication in terms of English or language. I mean, you're working on a relatively, I wouldn't call it complex, but semi-complex area. And you're talking to somebody who's user, you're talking to Ashish, and you're talking among three of you. How do you make sure that you don't misunderstand, and when you misunderstand, you clarify quickly?
So first of all, we never make a decision in a hurried way. We all put our point of views. So then we join it together and make it a whole bunch of uh, what we're going to the decision what we are going to take. So it's not a one person job.
So we practice as a group.
And you don't get out of it until everybody's understood it well. I think this is amazing. I really like the first statement that the decision making is not hurried, which probably is learning for me from this session itself, that the people who think they know more, they want to take the decision faster, and invariably they are proven wrong. So that's amazing. Thank you guys. It was amazing listening you and being part of this session.
Thanks for joining in, Sandeep. Prashant, you need to turn off your mute. Unmute yourself, please.
Sorry. sorry. So, I mean, first of all, congratulations to all the students, basically. So, I mean, and sorry, I think I miss the starting 5 minutes, and I think the crux of the work was in, I think, initial 5 minutes. So, but I mean, the rest of the presentation which I saw, so I mean, I'm really impressed. So, I mean, like for Ashish, so I mean, I was working with Ashish in the same team, and so when I joined, I mean, my last company, so there I was about to, give my first presentation, and that time Ashish helped me a lot. I mean, I think I did, rehearsal of the presentation around 10 times with Ashish. And then after that, the presentation was very good. I mean, I got a very good feedback. And so, I mean, good. And I mean, I just want to know one thing about your initial journey, because, I mean, when Ashish also mentored me many times. So that time Ashish always give me a suggestion that, okay, just take 15 minutes of your daily, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and study something. And I mean, but do regular, yeah, make it as a habit. So in your initial journey, because you are in, I think, in the college and in third year, so that time in college, basically, when I was in college, so at that time I was just, just enjoying, waking up, all the nights movies and all. So how you, manage this? So I want to know your initial journey, yeah, because I think you have faced a lot of, challenges to keep the things on track as suggested by Ashish.
Okay, so initial part was a thing of believing in what Ashish sir is saying, that he's for saying our good, in believing that we will just need to continue that process for a quite time, that for a week or 2 weeks, we had to stuck to it. And secondly, luckily when we started, it was a lockdown situation and colleges were closed and exams were cancelled. At the same time, exams were cancelled. So that pressure has gone. So we will able to focus better on this. And after getting that initial kick, when the college of third year started, we were able to adapt to it, because we have that now routine, or I'll say we have that kind of things in our blood, that okay, we have to, this is like just, we need to bath daily, we need to brush daily. So it's for us, it's like we need to work daily. Yeah. Because for us, there is no Sundays, no Saturdays, because boring for us. It's only we are interesting for us and working in this project. We don't even know that when, okay, today is Sunday, we should not work less. And today is
Sundays work more actually. And there's like generally we start our meeting at 7:30 and we end at 8 a.m. And some days I call these people at 6:30 a.m. and they are available at 6:27.
Oh, great. I mean, so I mean, good. I mean, if you are able, to make this habit, I mean, of learning something daily, maybe just for 15 or 30 minutes. So then I think the rest of life, at least from career point, is very good. And I think it will be. It is very easy. It will be very easy going basically. So congratulations, and Ashish. I mean. So please share that link. I think that GitHub link. I want to
Sure.
see that what created.
Sure. Thank you, Prashant. Vikas, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, Ashish, this is something we on and off discuss the gap what in our academia has versus what industry need, and this initiative of yours is really a noble initiative. I must say is that, and if it will help even 3 or 4 or 5 student. Just to be ready to go into the industry with the right set of mindset. Skill can be learned, but what is more important is that do we have that right set of mindset? And while doing these projects, um, uh, if they learn how to communicate, how to agree, and how to come to a decision, which means is that they are learning to be a good team member, which is something really a key fundamental need, to be to become successful in the corporate world. Until unless you do not understand the meaning of a team player and gelling with the team, and you know alone you cannot do anything. So it's really important that that team feeling is there, and as a team member feeling is there. So it's really wonderful to see it. However, there are few things which I would like to share based on my personal experience, that while in college, it is really exciting to develop something new one day to other day. But my based on my personal experience, it is good to know about several things, but my recommendation is that just pick up one or two area and go deeper into that area. So either whether it is machine learning or whatever you are picking, um, because you are going into third year and you still have 2 more years. So that 2 year long is a very good time. So rather than picking 10 new things and doing something there, I would suggest is that learn how they are working together, how the integration takes place, but pick one or two area to go deeper into it. That will help you in a long run. And the key is the fundamental. So you know uh, if I compare my time versus today's time, there are lot of changes in the technology, and technology changes every 3 years now. So you have to keep that in mind, is that the technology will become will change every 3 years, but the fundamentals of the things remain same. So it's really important. Whenever I go to talk to the student into the college, and when I ask is that what is um, you know uh, kind of your view on machine learning, and most of the people say I can write the code in Python and to train my machine. But I said to them is that please set back, and please take a step back and try to understand what is the machine learning. I mean, it is a probability of identifying an object, which means is that until unless you do not understand the meaning of probability, which means that mathematics has a role to play in there. And that is where the people do the mistake. The Python is just a language, but what you write in that language comes from somewhere else. So that is what is the important factor to take care, moving forward. But a great work. Thank you. See, it depends on person to person in which area you want to see yourself in long run. So, we in our company, we are developing softwares for road safety, and that is where, for example, is that
Image classification.
we are writing the software to identify whether person is wearing a seatbelt or not, whether person is, talking on a phone or not. Remember, one thing is that machine learning, in all machine learning stuff, the data is the key, which means how well you trained your algorithm. Which means is that if you trained your algorithm, by an object of car, and saying is that it will be a scooter, your algorithm will capture all car as a scooter. So it's really important is that you need to understand the fundamental of training your algorithm, and as you will infusing more and more data into it and more accurate data into it, your algorithm will become intelligent day by day. So again, I am saying is that it's really important where you want to see yourself, working in machine learning. Do you really want to go to write algorithms on your own, which will be better than existing one? Or you want to be, more into the data analytic, and somebody is writing the, uh, algorithm to identify the objects, but you are working on the business layer to say is that, if you spotted a car which is riding on the bus lane, and then you are saying is that, this object is at the wrong place. So there is no concrete or, straightforward answer to it. So it's really and then decide. So I can give you my own example is that, database is something which I have never understood. And in my MCA, I got, 8 grace marks to pass in this paper. But when it comes to the C and the assembly and, those kind of languages, those languages were very, very close to me. And I built my career in those areas. So it's really depend upon person in which direction you want to go.
So I should try to just some hands-on on both side on a
So,
data analytics sides and
Aman,
yes,
the
sir.
way it works is you first of all delay your decision. So just get exposed to various things, and that would tell you which is the area where your heart lies. Don't make an early decision. Touch various things, then you'll know, and then what is closer to your heart, just get deeper into it.
Right.
And
So you are, Ashish, you are, putting it in the right way. And, you guys are just starting your career. I mean, think about, 30, 40 years into the industry, and think about is that in long run, where you want to see yourself. You want to be jacked for all kind of stuff, or you want to be really specialized in long term. For sure, I mean, at early stage, it is not a easy decision until unless you are not exposed to the different technologies, and then you are pointing out or picking one or two to go in a long run. So it's really important that at the college level you are exposed to most of the things, so that you have your mind is that, how the things works, and then probably picking one or two areas to make, to deep dive into it, to understand how it works, and that is where, it's a C. I mean, it is up to you how deep you want to go.
thank you, Vikas, and
Thank you,
thanks,
sir.
Aman, for asking the question. And so, all right. So I think Virenji, do you want to say anything? Not sure if he's...
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Ashiji.
Hello.
Yeah. So I'm basically I'm in a listening mode, so I want to understand what exactly you are doing and delivering. So it's really nice. So and It's really helpful to new coming freshers, and they will get a really they will get a very good directions and career opportunities in your guidance. So thank you.
So Virenji runs a company called Brainwork Consulting, right? Brainwork or Brainbench?
Yes, Ashu. Brainwork, Brainwork Private Limited. And I also run the RTD model, recruit, train, and deploy model. And I started in 2011. And in this model, I have deployed thousands of freshers in MNCs like Dell, Wipro. So I understand really close to this type of activity. So and train the resources in that type of model. So it's really nice. So
thank you.
Thank you.
So so unless anybody has any other question, then we are we can close now. And just before that, before we close,
I just wanted to add one thing to basically the team. You are very fortunate to have a person like Ashish. Ashish and I did MCA together, and after that we basically stayed few more years, and he is very, very passionate about everything what he does. I remember Minesweeper was a first assignment in first year of our MCA, and he did. I think he slept over the keyboard. That right, Ashish? He slept over the keyboard in the night, and in day and a half, he completed the complete Minesweeper in C++. So, I think you are very fortunate for having such a coach.
In this session, me, Manoj, and Vikas, we are from the same institution. All right. So before we close, there are a few things I would like to share. So एक जो चीज यहाँ पर हम लोगों ने की है, that is इनके ब्लड में हम लोग इंट्रोड्यूस किया है डेली फिक्स टाइम पर जो हम लोग स्क्रम मीटिंग करते हैं अपनी. That's something that I have found introduced, and daily learning and daily progress and daily journaling. And we need to mute somebody. Deepak, it's only you.
Yeah. First of all,
go ahead, Deepak.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, a wonderful job, guys. Well done. And what's the most important, apart from the product which you have created, is that how well you have gelled as a team, despite of different personalities. I think this is one of the most challenges which industry faces, where there are conflicts between personalities and the results are not as good as they want. So this is one very important lessons you have learned. And then definitely we can see that right from beginning up to its completion, there have been different phases of evolution. So that's the right things to do. Like you just create something, then you introspect, you get feedback, and then you improve it. So that's the only way of learning. So great going on that. And then I will also like to congratulate Asisa, because he was having this vision around 1 year ago, where he wanted to create a platform where industry requirements can meet with students. And I would say like this is this kind of Zoom meeting is first step into that. I can see that realization has started to begin, where lots of guys from industry are available, students with their projects are available, and we are kind of interacting. And who knows, maybe tomorrow you may get straight job offers involved, all that through this platform. So very well, all the best. Keep going.
Thank you, Deepak. So what I was saying कि एक चीज हमने की है bucketing में हम दो चीजें, एक तो bucketing में हम invest कर रहे हैं कि your life should be have some buckets for critical buckets where you keep on adjusting those buckets. The investment you have in different buckets, but never let any bucket starve. So that way there would be a pretty good balance. So time to time you can adjust because life की अलग अलग priority. That's one thing which is helping us go life through a lifelong journey. दूसरी चीज हमने यहाँ एक कोशिश कर रहे हैं exploitation and exploration. If we only exploit what you know, we'll be obsolete. If we only explore, we'll not have any resources to explore further. So there has to be a balance of exploration, exploitation. None of them should stop ever. So that's the other thing that we are trying to practice all over. And third thing we are trying to do is, unless I become redundant, I will not be able to do the next thing. So हम लोग यहाँ पर एक set of people से दूसरे set of people को grow कर रहे हैं, जिससे कि अब जो यहाँ पर इस समय 3 set हैं. So Suryansh Pandey is from last year, and we take his help. And I think Suryansh, can you please turn on your camera?
Yes, sir.
So when Suryansh joined us last year, so he was in a bit uncomfortable state, थोड़ा घबराया हुआ रहता था. But I think you landed with 3 offers, is it, or 2 offers?
4 offers.
So 4 offers. So he landed with 4 offers by the time he completed his 4th year. तो yes, but उसके बाद बहुत ज़्यादा क्योंकि समय थोड़ा कम था, तो बहुत further project नहीं कर पाए. But still they are available to support. Then this next set of people, which is Jatin, Pratna, and Ritik, they are taking care of the technology side for the next set of people. And next set of people is Aman, Khyati, Palak. These people are here. So we are kind of creating a chain which is self-supporting, जिसमें कि these guys would be helping each other and creating into a large learning network, which is going to be not just helping them, but also going to be good for the industry. Because I know, Mudit, you shared the kind of challenges you have in getting the right kind of talent for your projects. So these people are in having the capability with their fundamentals, where they can pick up just about anything at a very short notice, because they have very sound fundamentals. I mean, we are focusing on fundamentals at all the times.
Correct, and I can see that, Ashish.
All right, so we are done with the session, and unless anybody has any other question, we are about to close. And I would like to once again thanks everyone who joined in and who spared their time on a weekend.